Today's problem is assign mice to holes. This is on interview bit, so pause the video, go over to interview bit, try this problem, and then come back and we'll walk through it. This is rated as easy, 70% success. I don't think I've seen a higher success rate than that. So if I say that this problem is easy, the stats back me up on that. This is asked at Amazon. And here's the problem description. There are n mice and n holes that are placed in a straight line. Each hole can accommodate only one mouse. The positions of mice are denoted by array A, which is an input. Well, actually, we get it as a list. A, and the position of the mouse holes are denoted by array B, or list B. A mouse can stay at his or her position, move one step right from x to x plus 1, or move one step left from x to x minus 1. Any of these moves consumes 1 minute. Assign mice to holes so that the time the last mouse gets inside a mouse hole is minimized. Problem constraints. N. What is N? Is the number of number of mice and the number of mouse holes. Is somewhere between 1 and 10 to the 5th, 100,000. And the position of the mice and the mouse holes is somewhere between negative 1 billion and 1 billion. I'm not sure about this problem description. Is it easy to visualize this? I mean, placed on a straight line, I would think of it as just being like on a number line. You've got a number line from negative 1 billion to 1 billion, and somewhere on that number line are n mice and n mouse holes. And you've got to assign each mouse to a mouse hole in such a way that it minimizes the amount of time required to get all the mice in a mouse hole. Okay. First argument is the array or list of where the mice are, and the second argument is an array or list of where the mouse holes are. Output format, return an integer denoting the minimum time when the last mouse gets inside a mouse hole. Okay. Example 2 is probably a little bit too easy. Your intuition on this is probably right. It's probably something like, well, I'll just assign each mouse to the hole that is closest to that mouse, and that should give me the minimum overall time, and that's good. Let me get a pen here. Wait, where is it? All right, that's a little disappointing. I can't get the pen that I like, so I'm going to use the pen that I don't like. All right, so assigning the each mouse to the closest mouse hole. All right, in order to do that, we're going to have to sort the list. For example, this list here, here's where the mice are. Now this list A is already in sorted order. -4, 2, 3. This list is not. If we sorted that, it would be -2 and 0 and 4. All right, so now we're all right. At this point, we can just iterate through both of the arrays or lists and take an absolute value subtraction to see how far the mouse is away from the hole. Now in this case, -4, -2, that mouse is going to take 2 minutes to get into that mouse hole. This one, we have two, and yeah, ignore these because they're sorted. We've sorted them now. -4, -2. Then we have 2 and 0. That is also going to take 2 minutes, and then we have 3 and 4. That's going to take 1 minute. And so, worst case there is 2 minutes. This is, probably the key takeaway from this problem is ask yourself at the beginning of a problem, would sorting the data help me solve this problem? And in some cases, the answer is yes. In this case, the answer is yes. So let's go with that. Let's take these things down. Yeah. Anyway, we can look at the implementation again. Lines 3 and 4, we're doing the sort max. We've got that's our answer. Now we got to initialize it to something that's less than or equal to the smallest possible answer that we could get. So -1, I guess 0 would also work. And then we're going to do a loop. Through the arrays, we're going to see how long it is going to take each mouse to get to its corresponding mouse hole, and we're going to keep track of the maximum amount of time that it takes a mouse to get to a mouse hole, and then return that. So, that said, let's go ahead and submit it. Okay, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, check out the playlist on the screen. There's more videos there to level up your interview skills. Also, check in the video description and the pinned comment. There's a link to a free coding interview patterns PDF. If you haven't already downloaded that, it's totally free. You can download it immediately. And if you're interviewing, you need that. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.